Live. Saturday Live. What's going on, dudes? Just had to walk over, get my Vietnamese iced coffee. Let me turn on the, See, dude, this is such a pet peeve. Why would YouTube do this as the preset? Every time I go on, I have to turn on the chats. It's like, hello, obviously I want all the chats. Jeez. What is up? Who here? Who here? I know there's multiple people here. I don't see any comments. Pudge says, "What's up, Jordy?" Well, my name's Jory. That's what's up. What's going on? See if I can open my trunk one-handed. Oh yeah. We're gonna starting a little later today, so I figured I'd bring you guys along with the setup. Raj, what's going on, Raj? A little tripod thing. We're gonna go ahead and set it up, and we're gonna find a nice little place. Some people are sitting at my table this morning. What is going on, man? The Saturday's ruined. People took my spat. It's okay. We'll find. We will prevail. They look like they're in high school, so I don't want to disturb them. Nice. Tripod's getting attached. Nice. All right. Almost hands-free. Technically not hands-free because I'm holding the tripod right now. But we're gonna find a nice place to sit. We're gonna do the damn thing. So yeah, it's like noon. It's just past noon, so technically we're afternoon. This is kind of different for a Q&A on Saturday, but I think it'll be, a good time. Nevertheless, walking around the hood. I wish I could sit at my table though. Whoops, excuse me. What do you mean not recommended? Oh, dang. What's going on?
How are you?
Good. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm well known around these parts. What's going on, everybody? People are getting notified. People are showing up. We're finding a nice place to be. James K. Jory talking to the ladies. The usual. So if you guys remember, I used to sit around here initially for my live streams before I went over to the other area. So we're gonna go over here because why not? Should have pulled up on those ladies. I did, dude. They pulled up on me. They pulled up on me, dude. I was just walking around the neighborhood and they were like, "Oh my god, T3, what is going on?" I was kidding. They were just like, "Hi." There's like an event right here. What is it? Art in the afternoon. There's a little art show right here. That'll be a good time. Well, guess what? I'm crashing it with a little live stream right here. They can't do anything about it. So there. Let's see. Birmingham, UK. What is going on? Ray Q, certified T3 bot. Lay Bishop is here. Taekwondo Chad says that the notification was on time. Were you guys notified or did you guys just expect me to show up? Hit the like button, Andrew Hanman says. Is it ninjas? Milcom, the moderator. Yeah, I am the art show, actually. I am. So, super pumped about that. True Liberty says, loving the new Tudor that no one loves. And the wife actually likes it also. Oh, well. It's probably why you guys are married to each other. You both have the same terrible taste in watches. I'm just kidding, True Liberty. I'm just kidding. Ed says, hi, Jody. Ed from Chi-Town. Wrong channel, dude. Jody is just one more watch. I'm Jory from the Time Teller channel. Punctured Lung Certified C3 Bot says, the Tudor POS is a watch only its mother could love. I think it says a lot when they keep changing the years of when they say the prototype came out. And then either way, if it was in the 60s, they should have just left it in the 60s. That's what we'll say about that. Jesus Rico says, Rolex rant? They should have stayed home this year. I don't know if they should have stayed home. I think they should have given us something a little bit more interesting, though. So, Tudor was the one that probably should have stayed home. I said that all the companies were very disappointing. Really, it was just Tudor was super disappointing, and all the other ones should have given us something a little bit more interesting. The other ones were just not that interesting. Juice Man, Shabbat Shalom. Tudor, grabbing history. What's their slogan? Dare to something. I don't know. Catalino says, just hit the like button. Let's all do the same. Thanks, brother. Cowboy Swami. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Rolex should have stayed home. I think the upsetting thing is them throwing a Batman on a new bracelet isn't going to get me excited. Okay? Like the cool thing about the GMT being on a Jubilee last year was that they didn't have a stainless steel Pepsi for a little while. So it was very cool that they brought back the stainless steel Pepsi. It wasn't that it was on a Jubilee. It was that it was finally a stainless steel option for the modern time. So I guess Rolex was like, "Oh, we'll just do the Batman on a Jubilee and everybody will still be excited." No, the Batman was already stainless steel. We don't care. Oh, dude, no. I just knocked over my coffee. That's lame, but I fixed it. Andrew Hannum says, with a new hat. No, I've had this hat, brother. Brother. James K says, but it's a new bracelet. It is a new bracelet. It's a boring new bracelet. I knocked over my coffee, guys, so we're going to have to do this. Captain Obvious says, nice green screen. I am actually in your mother's basement right now. Check this out. I got the extendo on here. Hold on, guys. This is all going to be worth it in a moment. Brian Perry, a brand new certified T3 bot. Jory Goodman with the extendo. Dude, everybody, congratulate Brian. We're hands free now, guys. I had to activate the extendo on the tripod. Dude, congratulations, Brian. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You rock. Casper says he loves how the AirPods disappeared behind the beard. Yeah, dude, because from here, you guys don't know why the sound is so clear and delicious. But then I turn my head a little bit and you're like, oh, dang, he's flexing on us. It's because I don't want to flex on people when I'm talking to them. Like, I don't want them to know that I'm better than them. It's only when I walk away I want them to be like, oh, dude, that guy's stunting on me. Dennis Lee, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Brian, thank you, dude. Seriously. A tripod broke recently, and my shotgun mic that I use when I'm walking around broke recently. And it's because of my memberships, my certified T3 bots, that I'm able to actually get new equipment. So thank you so much. You guys know that Google is not super generous with their content creators unless you're part of like the in crowd. So I just want to really appreciate it, guys, that you take the time to support the channel. So thank you. Lungu from Romania. What's going on, man? Flexing or flossing? Both, I think. How are you? Spilled my coffee, but I'm doing fine. Lay Bishop says, love the AirPods. Fat Matt, what's the latest feeling on the Blue Alpinist? Still love it. But the Starbo 17 will always be my favorite. I think that's kind of, obviously. What was that blue car? That was an old Rolls Royce, I believe. Brian Perry, 199. So on Saturdays here, there's like car shows typically on Saturday mornings. Brian Perry with the super chat says, any advice for someone starting a consulting gig? Oh, interesting. So, yeah, here's some basic advice for pretty much any business. And now I'm giving business to business advice. Real quick. Check it out. That's cool. It's almost like the Mystery Mobile from Scooby Dooby Doo. Okay, so here's some business to business advice, or the Ninja Turtle van. You're right. Just like I say with my channel, like anything that you do, you have to be very consistent, very passionate, and very honest, because people are animals, right? And subconsciously they can sniff out when you're being dishonest or disingenuous or dishonest is what I meant. So for consulting specifically, you need to learn how to give value up front. Okay, so a lot of people, they put a premium on selling, and sales are very James K with the dishonest. Thank you, James, for highlighting my mess ups. So people put a premium on selling, sell, and that's a very, very good skill to have. You need to sell yourself no matter what sector you are in. But before you can sell anything, you need to be very, very, very good at providing value up front. So if you're going to start a consulting gig, figure out who your ideal client is. Focus on your client's goals first, and then your own goals. So a lot of people, being an entrepreneur is very hot right now. A lot of people focus on what they can get themselves. How many clients can I get? How much can I sell my consulting business, my services for? What's my monthly fee? What can I do? You're focusing on it wrong. You got to focus on what can my clients get? What will my clients receive? How will they benefit from working with me? Focus on their value and their outcomes first. So that's Taekwondo chat says, also, don't be afraid to tell your client what they don't want to hear. That's very true, but you have to be an effective communicator. So it's not only, bashing them, and it's not also blowing smoke. You got to be honest, but you got to find a way to communicate effectively. Johnny watches, product or services knowledge is really important. Fat man, always build the value. You're absolutely right. Chris O says, how do I defend my tag Carrera Chrono when everyone dumps on it? I assume you're talking about a current one. Okay, so I'm going to build an argument for you even though I'm one of the people that dumps on that watch. What you can say is that you really do like the watch because of its history and its lineage with the Heuer Carrera chrono line. And it's obviously much more difficult to get a Heuer Carrera. Those are incredibly expensive watches. So your argument should be, hey, I prefer the Heuer Carrera. I love the Heuer Carrera. This was my way of kind of being a part of that group, but obviously, it's a little bit more difficult to get a Heuer Carrera. So that's my argument for you. Now, they're going to come back and say, oh, so you settled. Oh, so you're just settling for a watch. That's the best I can do, man, because I do not like any current tags. Bishop says you can see the pain in my face. Embro, certified see-through bite. You didn't really miss much because the first, I want to say 5 minutes was me getting my tripod and then coming to the bench and then spilling my coffee. You missed me spilling my coffee. Neville Grisham from the UK. James K with a super chat. Disonuous. Guys, that's a word now. All right. Casper says or asks, do you still own the vintage, quite boxy Omega with the big lugs? And if you do, then what price range would I be able to attain one? I think you're referring to the Omega Constellation Quartz, and that specific reference is kind of unique. But if you can find one, don't pay any more than like $400. I would not spend any more than $400. And I do still own it, to answer your question. Matt Barnett, Jory, would you get an X display watch for a discounted for a discount? So I think you're talking about like a display piece, like something that they had on a cabinet or on a shelf. I don't see why not, as long as it's in good condition, right? It doesn't really matter to me where the watch came from, as long as it was taken care of properly. You guys know I think I'd consider myself a vintage collector. So I don't really care about where it came from, as long as it was taken care of and as long as it's in working condition and it's within spec and everything's to my liking. So if it was a display watch and it's all right, true, and proper, then I don't see an issue. And if they give you a discount for it, hey, all the better. All things random from Alaska with love. I actually bought my wife a Tag Carrera before I knew better. 1700 for a quartz, lesson learned. Hey man, you live and you learn. It's all good. John Mayer, who's a big watch collector himself, he says like the first 12 watches you buy don't count because you're still learning. Now, when he got into it, there wasn't really YouTube on watches, so that's why I'm trying to cut the learning time down for you guys. So hopefully you can learn vicariously through me, and you don't have to waste your money on watches that you're not interested in. How are you? I have my tripod set up so everyone walking into the little art exhibit is like, who the heck is this? But all the girls walking by are like, dang, Jory. Ray Q says, too late, Jory. I don't understand what you're talking about. Cowboy Swami with the super chat says, why doesn't Casio make the Frogman 300 meters or more? That's a good question, especially because that watch is catered to the diving crowd, right? It does tides, and I think it might have a depth gauge. I'm not sure. Either way, it's one of the more expensive G-Shocks. Very cool G-Shock. I wanted the anniversary edition, but it's like over $500, and I didn't want to like spend that on a G-Shock at the time. I'm not aware. It must have a 200 meter water resistance rating, right? Oh, Ray Q says too late. Already wasted my money on bad watch choices. Well, you gotta live and learn, man. Milcom, the moderator, says, does Connie take all those hand pocket Instagram shots for you? Good question. You know, the funniest part about that question is I get it all the time, and I didn't think I'd get it that often. So those pocket shots that I do, um, I actually use one of my Nikons on a tripod, and I have the screen facing me. I put my hand in my pocket, I reach over, and I shoot it myself. So I'm actually, because of a tripod and an articulating screen, I'm actually able to um, shoot those shots myself. So, Trev Lesh says, "What did you do prior to consultation?" I prefer consulting. Doctors do consultations. I just consult. I know, what's the difference, right? It's all semantic. Trev says, "What did you do prior to consultation? What gave you the idea to start it?" Well, I mentioned starting multiple businesses before and trial and error, just like buying watches. What did I do before this? I was a powerlifting coach. Believe it or not, guys, there's 105 people here. Oh, I need to do the wrist check, by the way. Believe it or not, it's going to blow your mind. I was a powerlifting coach and loved it. It ate, slept, and breathed that. I mean, I still train, 6 days a week, but that's what I did forever. And to get more athletes into the program and into the camp, and to build more relationships and network, I had to really use my business chops to market myself. And Owl29, have a good one, brother. Got to make that watch money. I had to really brush up on my business chops and put that to the test, and learn how to market myself and learn how to build relationships with clients and sell and provide value up front and get people interested in me and the program. And once I started getting very effective at doing that, I was talking to someone else, another coach, and they were like, "Wow, you could probably charge like other businesses for this." And then, yeah, that's so I did. James K says, "I think this live chat is a rerun." No, I'm here. Six Killer, what's going on, brother? Coffee is spilled a little bit. By the way, guys, 110 people here. Brian Perry, certified T3 bot, powerlifting coach, time teller, and business consultant. They don't call you the Renaissance beard for nothing. I am the true Renaissance beard. 108 people here. Let's go ahead and do a wristwatch check. What do you guys say? Can you guys tell what this is? Oop, lint. Guys, that's one of the downfalls of this strap, is that the Hadley Roma Cordura strap, which I love so much, is a lint magnet. So, no, it's not the Boulder. It is Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. One of my favorite everyday watches, and I wore it yesterday and today. I think I might wear this for a week. And the reason I'm wearing it is because Oris is one of the companies that did not totally, absolutely, utterly disappoint everyone at Baselworld. Oris came out with some really cool stuff. And so I'm proud of them. They're one of the smaller guys at that show. And they didn't take any guff from anybody, and they kind of came out on top, in my opinion. Also, this is probably one of the best everyday watches you can wear. So, James Kelly, greetings from Ireland. Wearing a Zelos Makos Braun. Have you tried any Zelos watches? Well, my Irish brother, James, got to watch my channel because I literally did a review and a giveaway on the Zelos Mako bronze. So check it out, dude. What are you doing? You're new here, brother. James K says, at Basel, Rolex is the Jory. James, I love you. You're an amazing viewer, but I don't know if that was a diss or not because everyone's talking about how disappointing Rolex was. So I think you just said that I'm an enormous disappointment. Andrew Hannum says, into the Jory archives. Yep. Guys, channel's been doing really well. Thank you so much. And there's a ton more viewers here. And the thing is, a lot of you guys ask, not you guys are my regulars, but a lot of the newbies ask about watches that I've already reviewed. So I might have to kind of do second look episodes and do kind of reviews on the reviews. I might do that, but yeah, really excited to see new people. And also I kind of don't want these people seeing my older stuff because the older stuff, man, I was not good at the beginning of this channel. From Chi-Town wearing a Citizen Signature Classic. Have you ever checked out the Signature line? I'm not a big Citizen guy, dude. I'm going to blow your mind real quick. Excuse me. No one cares when I talk about Citizen on my channel. I know. Because I did, one of the first episodes I ever made was on the Citizen Nighthawk. And people saw that episode. But then I did another recap on the Citizen Nighthawk. And I think it's like at 9,000 views. And I did this on Monday. So it did not do well, guys. So no one cares no one cares when I talk about Citizen. Ott says, so this channel is not free speech friendly. That sucks. I have no idea to what you are referring. People complain that I'm too much of a free speech advocate. So, Ott, I think you're on the wrong side of the coin on this one. But please explain yourself. I'd love to know what you're talking about. Cam Shanner says, we're here to have fun, not get political. No, you guys can talk about whatever you want. I don't get political on this channel because I know that alienates people, especially in this climate. And I just want to have fun. Watches are a getaway from the real world, man. Watches are just fun, man. Ray Q, certified T3 bot, says your Citizen review rocks. Thanks, man. But again, in a week, it got I think it might be a little bit over 9,000 views. Come on, we can do better than that. Lay Bishop says you can talk without swearing. Yeah, dude, I don't cuss anymore. How are you, sir?
I could tell what you were doing.
It's my buddy over here. Lavenger with the super chat. Thank you so much. I didn't see your question though. I'd love to answer your question for the super chat. Thank you so much. James K, amen. Amen, brother. I can't say that any of this though, because I will get blacklisted from YouTube. At Barnett, yeah, my buddy subscribed over here. Johnny Watcher says, yeah, keep it general audience and say what you gotta say without cussing. Cussing is a license to feel righteous, bro. That's what's up. The reason, I'm gonna be honest, guys, in the real world, I cuss. I do. And it's something that I'm not like bragging about it. But I do cuss. The reason I try really hard not to, I've cussed in 4 episodes, and most of them are new episodes. new channel member, LaVenture. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Again, I'm ordering a new shotgun mic this week with the support that my members gave me. So thank you so much, guys. Everyone congratulate him for becoming a certified T3 bot. You rock. Honestly, I love each and every one of my viewers. I love each and every one of my regulars that shows up here. But especially the T3 bots. You guys helped me out so much. So you guys rock. Thank you. But what I was getting at was I think I've cussed in like 4 or 5 episodes. Most of them are at the beginning of the channel. I couldn't anticipate how important this channel would become and how many people would show up. But what really made me stop cussing was people would write to me and they're like, "Oh I watch your show every night with my son," or "Oh, my daughter." And like people would send me pictures of their kids doing like the time teller pose, like telling the time. Like they send me that on Instagram. And then I kind of had an epiphany, like a reality check. I was like, oh man, there's like actual families like watching my content. So that's why if I do cuss, it's for like comedic purposes and it's always bleeped. And now that I have an editor, he's on top of it too. So yeah, no cussing, but it's not because of like politics or censorship or anything like that. It's because I literally have children watching my channel. So, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that there's families getting involved. But yeah, I try not to cuss. Now on the live streams, it slips out. James K, certified T3 bot, says families gather on the TV to watch Jory. Keep it PG. Amen. Panerai says, I hope you're well. Thank you, man. I am. I hope you're well, bro. Well, Greem, I drink coffee. LaVenture says, Seiko, titanium tuna, or G-Shock. I need your advice. TIN tuna. I think is that what you mean? It depends what you use it for. Between those watches, I pick tuna, right? That's one of my favorite everyday watches, period. Favorite tool watches, period. That watch gets some of the most wrist time out of any of my wrists. So, Lizard from the D. What's going on? Motown. Must be cold over there right now, huh? Oh yeah, the titanium nitrate, the coating. Yeah, between like the solar, well, that changes things actually now. Thank you. See, Milcom, the moderator, had to keep me on check there. That changes things. Between the solar tunas and a G-Shock, I'd probably go G-Shock. I thought you meant like one of the 7 C46 tunas. Then I'd pick one of those. But Johnny Watches says tuna. Third rails of T3. YouTube gossip, politics, and Invicta. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. Oh man. That fellow there, certified T3 bot. What's the most expensive watch repair I've had to have done? So my bubble back when I dropped it, that just needed a regulation and a crystal replacement, and that was actually pretty painless. Honestly, you guys remember recently when I got my my great grandfather's Elgin? That was in the shop for about, I'm talking about it like it's a car. It was in the shop. It was in repair for almost a year. And that took a very long time because the movement is tiny. The movement is like ancient. And there's not a lot of spare parts to choose from. So that took a long time. And I did it, even though it was very work intensive and very expensive. And it probably exceeded the monetary value of the watch for sure. I did it because that was my great grandfather's watch, and he's a very important dude to my family, and the sentimental value is just it's priceless. So and it's a watch I probably won't wear that often, but I just wanted it. I wanted him to know wherever he is that like I care about it enough to keep it in working condition and have it in my collection. So I figured I could give the watch some life, and that would be kind of giving him life. Sam Cooper, hi Jory, love your channel. I have a question. Why do you think watch brands are struggling to get young people interested in watches? This could be a topic for a whole video. I think a lot of it is kids are kids, young people. Most people in general, Johan, what's going on from Sweden? Most people are interested in being on their phones 24/7 period, and young people are on their phones a ton. So I don't think also here's this is gonna kind of age me a little bit. I think the main issue with younger people is they don't really put a premium on time, right? They don't really care what time it is, and they don't really care about history or some of these kind of woo aspects on watch collecting. And so I don't see a lot of young people getting interested in learning about the lineages of certain watches. I think that's why they buy these, huge Movado bolds with the stupid blingy rose gold cases and bracelets and this and that. They only care about the initial flash and flare. They don't really care about the history, because I think that's kind of a higher level, more mature way of looking at watches. So, but I'll make a video about that. That was kind of a bad explanation, but I hope you guys, um, I hope you guys kind of understand it. Brian Perry, certified T3 bot. Jory, was your grandfather from Chicagoland, considering he owned Elgin? Yes, he was. So was my dad, from Southside Chicago. My great grandfather was from Lithuania, and he moved to the U.S. And then World War II happened. He was a doctor, and once World War II happened, he immediately joined the U.S. Navy and fought against the Nazis because he was a badass. And so then my dad was born, Southside Chicago, and then my dad became a doctor. So very cool. And yeah, they were. And what's crazy? When my dad was young, he actually helped demolish the Elgin factory when they closed down. So kind of crazy how life works. Bishop says, I'm a T3 bot now. Well, you supported the channel. Thank you so much. But you got to actually become a T3 bot. James K, certified T3 bot. Jory, did you ever consider becoming a doctor? Yeah, when I was little, I wanted to. I mean, I still do. I wanted to be exactly like my dad. But I'm not as smart. So, I was like, I'll just go into business instead. Ramiro Puente. Lay Bishop says, what is it? Well, so thankful you asked. Some of my T3 bots chime in, let me know, let him know the benefits of being a T3 bot. Really what it is you just have the pleasure of supporting the channel, honestly. Because, again, what you do, you go to, there should be a join button under any of my videos. You click that, and it's kind of like a Patreon, but just through YouTube. And it's $4 a month. And you get your own little icon. You get your own, you show up green when you comment. And essentially, you help the channel out a ton because I get part of those $4, and I literally use that to pay the editor to buy, equipment when the lighting breaks, when the tripod breaks, when the shotgun mic breaks, which happens all the time. So, yeah, that's how you join and that's how you help me. That fellow there says, on the bot thing, Apple doesn't really have an option to join yet, at least not on the iPhone. Yeah, I think you have to do it on a computer, unfortunately. I don't think you can do it from your phone yet. Ooh, Jay's wearing a Citizen Nighthawk. What's your favorite Oris? Big Crown Pro Pilot. Simple, no bells and whistles, solid, built like a tank. I've dropped this watch from like shoulder height. I've dropped it. And it's like slammed against the floor and it's keeping perfect time. So. Punctured lung, so sorry. He says, you missed my super chat, mate. Any thoughts on making a T3 Facebook group? So sorry that I missed your super chat. Again, the comments scroll up kind of like movie credits, so I have to like stop them with my finger. Yes, I've thought about it. I think also, people have asked me to upload some of my videos on Facebook because I guess Facebook's making a big push to have more people using their video content viewer. So, yeah, I think I'm probably going to spend some time building a base over there, maybe. And yeah, I think a Facebook group would be fun because all of us can we can use it as like a little forum. So let me know, guys, if any of you would be interested in that. What's your best suggestion for a micro budgeted field watch other than Seiko? I would check out Orient. Also, I don't know what you mean by micro budget. I mean, I suppose affordable. I would also check out the new Boulder Venture. What's the new Boulder Venture? Well, on Monday, the review of the Boulder Venture is coming out. So watch that, and you'll learn everything I have to say about it. Oris Big Crown 1917. This is the Big Crown Pro Pilot. Reading more comments. Dima, Boulder Venture is their quartz field watch thing. Yes, it is a solid titanium case, ETA quartz, sapphire crystal, 100-meter water resistance rating, really tough watch. I wore it for about 3 weeks. Really, really impressed. Dream Spends, idea for a program about the comparison of different beats. Like, I assume you mean like vibration rates of each watch. Yeah, that would be great. Singh says, Raj says, a bit too priced for me, but Oris do make watches. Lovely watches for sure. I agree, man. They're some of my favorites. One of my favorite companies for sure. This little mini has driven around a few times. It's going to be coming around, I think. I think you'll see. Yep, there it is. Jory, should I sell my 4 Seikos and buy a Speedy? Depends which Speedy and it depends which Seikos. 6Killer, does your Amazon shop sell Oris? Yes. Have this exact watch and a few of the other ones. For sure. Cowboy Swami, what do you mean? You commented this before. Matt Barnett says, "What do you say to people who say you spent that much on a watch? You could have bought / done this for that much. Blah 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 blah." No, Matt Barnett. Yeah, no, I understand. Um, I was giving him a hard time because he asked me that 1,000 times last super chat or last live stream. I mean, I'm going to talk about that. I think I explained that in a Cowboy Swami. I think I literally explained this in an episode before. Um, let me answer the question I was talking about, and then I'll get into Schwarzkopfing. Jesus says, "Jory, my little girl says hi. She's rocking a baby G-Shock." Well, tell your little girl that I say hello, and also let her know that that was like one of the first watches I ever got. I was visiting Manhattan, and my dad gave me a gray baby G with the little bull bars, the little cage protector, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. James K with the super chat. Looking at used Panerais, already incredibly risky. James, already incredibly risky, first of all. And then he says, but no one local will vouch for their authenticity. Exactly. Do I have to go new or overpay from larger stores? I would recommend not buying a used Panerai private sale. Okay, it's very, 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 very incredibly risky. Okay, this someone could Jesus, very cute. Well, I hope she has a very good day and listen to your father. Okay, this could be considered conjecture. This could be considered hearsay, but it's not firsthand experience for me. It's secondhand experience because I heard about this story. All right, so one of my friends bought a Panerai private sale, spent $5,600 on one, and Milcom, have a good one, brother. And the date complication wouldn't turn after a little while. That's not a terribly uncommon thing. I've heard of that happening with alpinists. I've heard of that happening with date justs. The date wheel can sometimes get stuck. So they took it in, and it got repaired by Panerai. A month goes by, same thing happens. They took it into Panerai. They repaired it. Wore it a few more months. Took it back into Panerai. Same thing happened. Fourth time, she took it to a different Panerai boutique. And they take it in, and then they notify her that it is fake. That she had purchased a fake Panerai for her significant other. Now, that was after 3 prior times of Panerai looking at the watch and repairing it. They couldn't even tell that it was not authentic. Not authentic. That is crazy to me. There ended up being a lawsuit for because he was kind of like a private dealer. He was selling fake products to numerous people. I guess there was like 12 other people that got burned, and they ended up taking a lawsuit to him and winning. But either way, do you really want to go through all that hassle and all the time spent? This was like a 3-year process, mind you guys. This happened before I was like the time teller, and it just came to a head. So if you like, even though it got resolved, I would not want to go through the hassle of that. So unfortunately, yes, with certain companies, I do recommend only going AD, and that means you are going to pay a little bit more, a lot of it more sometimes. Panerai is one of those companies because you just cannot trust the secondary market with them, and then that's also why I don't recommend anybody buy Panerai now. That sucks to say it. I don't recommend anybody buy Panerai new or used, because new, they're not worth the money they're selling, and then used, you could get burned real bad. Ramiro Puente Jr. Field Oris bronze bezel is worth the price tag. I think it's cool. I think Oris punches way above their price range. Dude, this watch, although it's super simple, it is one of the most solid watches I own, and I got it for like $800 a while ago. It punches way above its price tag. So when they release watches that are a bit higher priced, yes, they're worth it. William J says, click it. Just click the like, guys. Sir Reginald Penny Balsam, Certified T3 Boss, says, I'm late. Did I miss any Warby Parker questions? No, you didn't, but if one shows up, you better be on it. James does, oof, where you been? Josue says, I really like the Oris you have, but don't have money for it. Yeah, I mean, this is right at that kind of $1,000 mark, so I wouldn't consider it entry level, but it is a watch worth saving up for. I will tell you that. Oh no, David Beckham's coming. No. Momo. Oh, the Momo challenge. No. You guys know about that? How stupid was that? Momo says, what's a good watch for a noob? Well, I have a whole bunch of content based around that. What's your price range? We could be talking SNK 809s. We could be talking, Orient Bambinos. There's a lot of options out there, brother. Crazed Core says, looks like 2 Invicta lovers stopped by. Dude, don't worry. There's going to be a whole lot more dislikes when this gets uploaded. It doesn't matter. People are part of my, like, they are channel, not members, but they hit the bell icon. They get notified when I upload, because right when I upload, there are dislikes. So there are people out there that have such disdain for me that they want to get notified every time I upload so that they can immediately dislike it. And the funniest part is, do they really think that they're going to affect the algorithm? Like, they dislike it, so other people are going to be like, oh, no, I'm not going to watch this. There's dislikes on it. Because not to brag, but my likes vastly outweigh the dislikes, because I have the best viewers on the freaking planet. That fellow there, certified T3 bot. Jory, would you be concerned with any patina or aging side effects on bronze and brass, such as water resistance being compromised due to aging, blah, blah, blah? No, if it's a decent enough made watch, the water resistance rating won't be compromised due to any, corrosion, or I should say oxidization. Now, one of the, probably one of the main incentives and the biggest charm of having a bronze or brass watch is the patina, right? That's why people like them. That's what gives them their rustic aesthetic, their charm, their nautical look. So I don't know why you would buy a bronze or brass watch if you didn't like that. I happen to really like that. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of seasoning. It's kind of character. Johnny Watches says, I love your content, bro. Well, I love you, bro. Dima says, bronze or brass bezels can get tight due to patinating. That's true. But if it's a well-made watch, it's not going to affect the water resistance rating, because there should be washers inside the crown stem, and the threads the crown threads and the case inside, the threading won't be bronze or brass, I don't think. or even if it is, it's going to be threaded in, so there's not going to be any oxidation because water won't be hitting those threads unless you went underwater with it unthreaded, and then you're going to have a much bigger problem than oxidation. Lay Bishop, have a good one, man. Cheers. NH36 movement, what do I think? Well, there's a ton of watches with the NH35, which is its close relative. Those movements are fine. They're workhorse movements. They're great. They're tried and true. They're proven. Like, I spilled some coffee, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm not, like, shifting into it because I don't want to sit on it. Tripod. Sorry for the movement, guys. Brian Perry, about a 10th. I don't think so. 10th anniversary of the 116610. No. I don't know what they're waiting for 2020. Again, guys, 2019 Baselworld just happened. Let's take a look at what they're releasing now before we speculate on next year. One of the biggest frustrations, because like I'm going to make a hit or miss video for Baselworld 2019. One of the things that really upset me was one of my main interests, as far as or not interests. One of my main predictions. I don't know why I said interest. One of my main predictions, and one watch that I was very interested in seeing this Baselworld, was the 50th anniversary Astron. Okay, and I thought that they were going to make it with that kind of cushion case. I thought they were going to give it a 9F movement. I thought it was going to be precious metal, so it kind of looked like the original Astron. They made it look like one of their modern Astron. Like, Seiko really messed up with that. That was one of the biggest disappointments of the show. Even more so than the Tudor, because that stupid Tudor PO1, POS, I expected that from them. I expected them to bring back stupid, underwhelming, disappointing stuff. But Seiko, you were the innovative, revolutionary when it comes to a whole category of watches, quartz watches. You guys brought that movement to the watch world. Make a big deal about it for once. Jesus. You guys produced the first marketed quartz movement. You guys could have made such a big deal about that. You could have put in your 9F movement. You could have made it limited. You could have given it, a $6,000 price tag just to have it out there, just to commemorate the huge progress you've made. So you know what they do? They just make it cool 50th anniversary. When I looked at it, I didn't even know that was the 50th anniversary. Oh my God. Can you tell that I'm like hurt inside? I like want to cry. So crazy, man. What's up, man? I just, like, why do this? You had Omega. Swatch Group wasn't at Baselworld. That's a huge bummer. I get it. But Omega kind of cut it off at the head because they were like, or cut it off at the pass because they were like, look, we're just going to, like 2 weeks before Baselworld, we're going to release the 50th anniversary Speedmaster to commemorate the 1969 Apollo 11 mission. We're going to make it solid gold. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be limited. It's going to be cool. When you look at that watch, you can tell, dang, you can look at that watch and see that it is special. Okay, is it a bit too flashy for a lot of people? Yes. Is a little bit too rich? No pun intended. I mean, taste rich? Is it a little bit too much? Yes, solid gold speed Master Professional. We've seen those in the past. This one, nice textured dial, incredible detail, expensive. But you look at that watch, even if you don't own it, as a watch enthusiast, as a watch collector, even if it's not in your possession, you can look at that watch and be like, dang, that's special. Dang, Omega is commemorating this huge feat. Very, very cool. So Seiko, they have a very cute dog, by the way. This dog is the only thing making me happy right now. Seiko had a huge opportunity. You freaking made the first quartz watch to come to market. What the I almost dropped an F-bomb. What are you doing? Make it special. Don't give me a freaking Astron GPS. Oh, it's a chronograph and it has a Grand Seiko case. I don't care about that. It doesn't look special. If I saw that on someone's wrist, I assume they got it at freaking Macy's. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being very, very negative. Someone cheer me up in the comment section. I'm in a bad mood. Brian Perry. Seiko absolutely needs to get with the program and pay more attention to their enthusiasts. Matt Barnett, why do you think Swatch weren't there? Well, I know why Swatch wasn't there. There was a huge issue at the beginning of 2018. There was a huge disagreement, essentially. Swatch Group and Baselworld. They had a huge falling out. That's the word I was talking about. Huge falling out. And they threatened, we're not going to be there. And Baselworld tried to call their bluff. But they tried to be like, oh, you wouldn't. And then guess what? Swatch Group didn't show up. Any plans to attend Basel? It would be interesting if you did a live stream from there. I'll bet there are people that would set alarm clocks to watch that. Mark Bronson, thank you. Very flattering. I do have plans in the future to go to Baselworld. That would be very, very fun. Unfortunately, life obligations here stateside kind of took precedence this year. But yeah, in the future, maybe next year, maybe I have to make some arrangements. That would be, my beard is getting quite long. Taekwondo Chat, certified teacher bot, says, just think how many watch newbies you've inspired to learn more. Thank you, man. I would hope that I could give a piece of my knowledge to someone. That would make me very happy. Greem says, I'm sure your cat, Seiko, expressed your thoughts too. Well, little Princess Seiko has never done anything wrong in her entire life. She is beautiful and amazing, and I love her. But yes, the watch company Seiko disappointed me terribly. Johnny Watches says, sorry, bro. I like your one-liners about Tudor. How much does that beard weigh? This is kind of like Thor's hammer. So only I'm able to attain it and wear it with ease. Some say this beard is the only thing that can defeat Thanos. Reading more comments. Brian Perry, certified T through At least Seiko didn't blow the 6105 turtle reissue. Well, I called that. I knew that they were going to confirm and do that. You can see it in my predictions video. I knew that was going to actually be a release. They didn't blow that. That looks amazing. Seiko did a good job, guys. All right, I'm going to make a whole episode about this. Not this week. This week's episodes have already been filmed. I wanted to get some nice content to you guys. I want to actually take time and study the releases and come at you next week with my full hits and misses, winners, losers, kind of rundown list. But basically, my thoughts is that Seiko as a whole did a very good job. So The Astron was a terrible disappointment, but their new spring drives, not the Grand Seikos, the new spring drives look very nice, tough, durable. They all have sapphire crystals. They all have 300-meter water resistance ratings. They're all $5,000 and above, though, so they have that price tag. But all in all, great release. Now, Grand Seiko, everything you can expect from them, except one thing. Okay, you can expect the attention to detail. You can expect it's going to be very impressive. You can expect some semblance of elegance. Now, the last part is good looks. They did not give us that. Kind of disappointed with Grand Seiko because outside of one or two things I saw, everything they released was pretty ugly. So, not a big year for Grand Seiko. Decent year for Seiko. Not a great year for Rolex. Terrible year for Tudor. Oris did great. Dude, William J's on top of it, dude. He says, unless my math is wrong, we need 42 more likes. There's 125 people here. Y'all better get on it. I'm sure if you threw a Seiko diver at Thanos, he would get crushed. Yeah. One of the James does oof 123 says, it's sad Seiko disappointed you so badly. I know from watching your vids that you're a true fan of them. Well, thank you, man, and I appreciate your acknowledgement. I am a big Seiko fan. I think, well, as well known as Seiko is, people don't give Seiko the credit that's due when it comes to being innovative, right? First automatic chronograph, first quartz watch. They've done a whole lot of things. First Japanese chronometer grade movement. Really, really on the cutting edge, no pun intended, when it comes to hand finishing products. The spring drive, that complication itself is an engineering feat. They don't get the credit they deserve when it comes to innovation. Now, someone wrote to me on Instagram and they asked, oh, can Seiko do no wrong? You made an episode complaining about Tudor, but you didn't complain about Seiko. Yeah, well, oftentimes people are most critical of the ones they love, right? That's why your parents, I mean, I don't know about your parents, my parents, they watch, even today, I'm a few months away from being 30 and they are on top of me like a hawk paying attention to me. You know what I mean? And I respect them and I love them for it. But your siblings, they're very critical of you too. They want to make sure you're on the straight and narrow. They want to make sure you're doing the right things. I'm the youngest in my family. So my older siblings, they're also on me, they're gauging me, regulating me, checking me, making sure I'm doing. People are critical of the ones they love. If you have kids, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So I love Seiko. I'm incredibly critical about them, though. If they release something I don't like, I get really upset and very vocal about it. The difference is that I'm going to take some time and to make sure I can make the best content for you. I'm not the Tudor BBPO1 release was so wild. I had to do like an emergency episode, film it, get it edited that day, and upload it. But for the rest of I'm sure other watch channels are going to come out with their stuff on Monday for the Baselworld hit like recaps. I'm going to take a week, pay attention, and then go ahead and give you the content that I want, so I can really think about my picks, my hits and misses. James K, certified T3 bot, says, Jory complains about Seiko every day. I do. Ryan Perry, certified T3 bot, says, I have a love-hate kind of Stockholm syndrome relationship with Seiko. I've been burned by so many defective watches, yet I still buy them. I have not gotten a single defective watch from Seiko. I have not even gotten a misaligned chapter ring from Seiko. My Grand Seiko from the 1960s keeps perfect time. I honestly can't speak to any Seiko mess ups as far as quality control because I haven't well, I can speak to them because I know it exists, but for me, I don't. I don't have any firsthand experience with that. James says, "Oof, wants to know how I feel about another channel." I don't speak about other channels, man. Um, I wouldn't appreciate if they spoke about me without knowing me, so I'm not gonna talk about another dude's channel if I don't know him. I know you're a younger guy. We've spoken on this channel before, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk about. It's just not in good practice, you know. And he wants to know how I feel about urban gentry. I don't know the urban gentry personally. There's only a few guys, Federico, um, Jody from Just One More Watch, Bark and Jack. We've I know them because we've commented on each other's stuff here on YouTube or maybe on Instagram. I don't have any personal relationships with these guys, um, so I don't like commenting on their livelihood on their channel. Let me put it this way. I know how much work it takes to create content on a regular basis because I do this every day for you guys, and they're putting in the work too. So I'm not going to comment on their work when I know exactly how hard it takes to do this stuff. So, um, and I encourage everybody to watch everything out there. All right, if there's something to learn from it. Sir Reginald Pennybottom, certified teeth-through boss, says, still classy as fiddlesticks. Thank you, Sir Reginald Pennybottom. Super chat from Sakari. Any chance you'll ever meet with Nick Shabazz? Hit him up, man. Brian Perry, you're kind of right. I get a lot of questions about other channels. To this day, I refuse, unless I know the person personally. I won't talk. Like, I know Federico, right? Like, we've done live streams together. He's a great guy. He's a nice dude. He knows a lot about watches. I'll talk about him for sure. We kind of have more rapport with each other. But these other channels, I don't know the guys, so it'd be kind of messed up because I wouldn't appreciate if someone else was like, "Oh, that Jory Goodman," blah 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 blah. Well, you don't know me, so let's get to know each other. Dima says, "Jory, what do you think about that time teller guy?" I don't know, man. He's kind of between you and I, guys. The time teller yells too much. Okay, he's a snob. He talks about, oh my god, he talks about Invicta like he's God's gift to mankind. Like, oh, he's too good for Invicta. He yells in all of his videos. Have you seen that bubble back? That Rolex bubble back from like 1940. It's ugly. Doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks he's funny. Oh my god. I don't know why he even spends money on a Rolex when he could just get a ProMaster, an Invicta ProMaster for $80, and it's the same thing. Invicta Pro Diver, I mean. So, and I heard his girlfriend's made up. I heard she doesn't even exist. That's between you and I. Isaiah Rivas says, I'm here late. What's going on, George? What's going on, brother? Really good question. Vinny says, I'm surprised you're not a fan of the Tudor Ranger 41mm field watch. Your wrist can pull it off. It's not the size of the Ranger that I don't like. It's that I would rather have the North Flag, which has Ranger lineage. Okay, so what some people don't realize is, and look this up, you can Google it. Look up pictures side by side. The Tudor North Flag, which is a really cool field watch, modern field watch, was designed after the Tudor Ranger 2. Google a Tudor Ranger 2, then Google the Tudor North Flag. They're related. They're direct relatives, and so it's not that like I hate the Tudor Ranger. It's that if I'm gonna get something in the Tudor Ranger line, lineage, family, I'd rather get the North Flag. Peter says, wondering why you didn't mention Rob, who sold the Blue Alpinist to you. Rob, I don't know Rob. The person who sold the Blue Alpinist to me was Marek, my friend Marek, and he was mentioned in the episode along with his Instagram account, Marek Kilbasa. He's a really smart, really smart dude, really nice dude, takes incredible watch pictures. Follow him, Marek Kilbasa. And yeah, I don't know who Rob is, but I'm very thankful to Marek. David, I just got here too. Didn't think you were coming on. Were you late or did I just not get? I think both. I was a little bit later. I started around quarter to noon. But also I've been here for 75 minutes. So, but don't worry, guys. I got still like a third of a cup left. But it depends on how long my battery lasts also. But I can keep going. So let's keep this going. Oh, Random Rob. Okay, I know of Random Rob, but he didn't sell me the Blue Alpinist. No, Marek did. David says, I was lifting weights. You might approve. I do approve. Heck yeah, I approve. Swansea, Mass here. Heck yeah, man. New Englanders unite. Art Ponce. Don't make me laugh, Art. He says, do you think the new Seiko Spring Drive models will go down in price? Heck no. Heck no, they will not go down in price. No. Absolutely not. No. It depends what you want in a watch, though, guys, because for $5,000 you can get that, or for $5,200 you can get a Snowflake. Brian Perry, certified T3 bot. Who makes your favorite seatbelt NATOs? Wrist Candy Watch Club, probably, although I'm not a big fan of seatbelt NATOs. Not a big fan of Squale. Not a big fan of them. Oh yeah, how are your brackets going, guys? March Madness. Brackets destroyed already? David, what watch are you wearing? Oris. Big Crown Pro Pilot on a Hadley Roma Cordura strap. Loving it. Besides off-roading, do you mountain bike? When I was in New England, and I was much younger than I am now, yes, I was very into mountain biking. Now that I'm an older dude, not so much. I just hike around and go in the Jeep. Ray Q, certified T3 bot. Pick up some paint, man. Happy wife, happy life. Have a good one. Guys, so Michael Taylor, how do I like my Oris? I absolutely love it. One of my favorite everyday watches of all time. I think it's one of the best affordable $1,000 watches you can get. I think it swings way above its price range. It is durable. I've dropped this watch. I've banged it around. It's incredible. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't wear it. There was here's one thing I was gonna say. I've been pushing the Time Away channel a lot, and I told you guys I'd be making content. There is a lot more content. I didn't realize that people really would enjoy my so the last episode I released was my trip to Lake Arrowhead. People really liked seeing my EDC. So every weekend I've been filming more content based around that. So Connie and I went camping last weekend, took the Rubicon out, and I did a whole camp cooking episode. and I'm very excited. And I also reviewed the Boulder Venture. So, very fun episode. Showed off some of my camp gear. Showed the Jeep off a little bit. And it's coming out either Monday or Tuesday of this week. And I'm super excited for you guys to see that. So, yeah. I figured instead of kind of doing the hit or miss stuff on the time away channel, I figured I'd really kind of button down a niche, and I'm going to be doing more traveling outdoors EDC stuff on that channel, and more Jeep stuff and overlanding, and I think that's what I'm going to kind of focus on. I kind of hit my stride with that, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're going to talk about knives and stuff, and man, I had so much fun last weekend, so yeah, more of that content over there. And any redwoods. So those are Sir Reginald Penny Balsam certified 235. Those are a bit further up north. I'm in Southern California, but Illuminati needs people to like the comment section more. So you better do what he says. So yeah, guys. So I know people are getting really frustrated because I keep teasing the time away channel and people like the content, and then I don't upload for a week, and then I'll upload for a week, and then I won't upload for a week, and then I upload for a week. So I figured, you know what? I had enough trial and error, and I figured I'm going to go ahead and kind of catch my niche. And my niche is cars and kind of Jeeps and my EDC, my outdoorsiness, because I really like that stuff, guys. So it'll be more about Connie and I traveling around and doing that. So Gabe, thank you so much for checking it out. There's like 5 episodes up there. Some weightlifting. I was heavier then, by the way. I've lost 40 pounds in the last 4 months, so I'm very excited about that as well. Yeah, if you guys enjoy that content, please check out the Time Away channel, because again, I'm going to be reviewing all that stuff. Jesus, probably not, because YouTube, when you talk about that stuff, YouTube bans that channel and then any associated channel. So I don't want the Time Teller channel to be affected by any of that, unfortunately. Isaiah, I'll never eat Skittles again. Yeah. Matt Barnett, we were very much in the wilderness. Brian Perry, certified T through bot. I took the STI out, but I parked like way over there, and at the beginning of the live stream I walked over here, so can't show you it because I'm not near it, but took the STI out today, and I would love to do a track day in the STI, and I might do a rally build and build it up like a rally car, because I think that'd be fun. Thank you for subscribing to the Time Away channel, man. Please watch the content. I promise it's going to be big. I promise, because I again, after filming this camping video, I kind of caught my niche. I kind of had an epiphany. So, what year is your STI? My STI is like 4 months old. 2019. It's the 2019 limited. Opinion on custom knives. Cool, very expensive. So, yeah, a lot of them are cool. My niche is beard oil. The Jeep Gladiator is sick, Wayne, but my TJ Rubicon is where it's at. I don't think anything will outdo that one. I went squatching. Gotta find the squatch in these here woods. Guys, where are my regulars? XP Man Pro says, hey, weird question, are you Jewish? Regulars, any regulars out there want to answer? Give him the rundown of my profile. I'll wait. Johnny Watches, have a good one, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Crayola Vanilla says shalom. Okay, so you can look at the comment section. All my regulars here are going to give you my full rundown. They're already on it. Crazed Core, 50% Jewish, 50% beast. But yes, thank you so much to all my regulars. I love you guys. I am Jewish, so take it or leave it, baby. James K. Jiu-Jitsu. I'm Italian. All right, I'm a very rare Italian Jew. I ain't Italian, but I love me some ravioli though. Everybody, Warby Parker, dude. I wonder. You know what? I wonder if like Warby Parker knows who I am. Like, I wonder if anyone in that company's like periphery, like in that company's like marketing, I wonder if they even know who the heck I am. Because that is like that company, unbeknownst to them, has become the biggest inside joke in this channel. It's hilarious when you think of it. Art Ponce, Jiu-Jitsu. It's so funny when I started, my dad couldn't stop making that joke. Jiu-Jitsu. You're a Jew. Jiu-Jitsu. Dima, yeah, that sounds about right, but I've had no issues with these Warby Parkers. I have 2 pair in there. No issues whatsoever. Yeah, guys, contact Warby Parker and like let them know that I'm like pushing their products hard, dude. William J says Vietnamese coffee, cheap Rubicon. I love all you guys, dude. Embro, Glasses, Mark Bronson. Yep, he is. James K, business consultant. That fellow there, he's a business consultant that lifts. You guys are hilarious. David R, Vinny 8 Vinny. Dima says, wait, Jory, you mean weightlifting like Olympic weightlifting? No. I do power cleans, but I don't do snatch or clean and jerk. I'm a power lifter. So obviously I do all my accessory work, but it's based around deadlift, squat, bench. Oris did a really good job. GBH says, where are the likes at, man? Dima, yeah, my next glasses are going to be Warby Parker for sure. XP Man Pro says, I started watching your videos a month ago, and you're currently one of my favorite YouTubers. Dude, thanks so much. That makes me very happy. Thank you, honestly. It's because of you guys that spend this time with me that I do this. 6 Killer says, your dad sounds like a cool guy. My dad is the funniest dude I know, for sure. Giovanni says, I'm a pro diamond setter from Miami. And just wanted to love your show, bro. Thank you, man. And I hope Miami is beautiful. I've been to Florida numerous times. Again, I grew up on the East Coast. I love Florida, man. So enjoy Miami. Bienvenidos a Miami. Isaiah says 2007 WRX STI, one of my favorite rides of all time. Amen to that, brother. James does oof says, should I add 3 likes with my 3 other PewDiePie subscribed accounts? Yeah, dude, subscribe, bro. Subscribe to the Time Away channel. You guys crack me up. Brian Perry, certified T3 bot. Jory, what do you consider the ultimate LA watch? Last summer it was Daniel Wellington. This summer it's probably, or this year it's probably Movement. Probably Movement. So Reginald Pennybottom, certified T3 bot, says, I had a 2002 WRX, my favorite car ever. It's a great car, man. And I know you're from New England. And that's a great New England car for sure. Isaiah Rivas says, business consultant that off-roads by day and speeds through the 405 in an STI. But see, what's funny is I off-road by day and I have to like speed through the 405 at night because there's no speeding through the 405 during the day because it is freaking parking lot traffic. David says, good day, man. Glad you cheered up. Gots to roll. Have a good one, man. Thank you so much for stopping by and having some coffee with me. David, have you driven a Civic Type R? Any opinions? So I haven't driven one, but I drove next to one yesterday. It's funny that you mentioned that because late last night I drove right next to one. I was like, oh, a Type R. Any opinions? I think it's a really cool, edgy look. A bit. I know. I mean, I just got an STI, so it's going to be kind of funny what I'm about to say. I think the Type R is a bit too youthful looking for me. It's a bit too youthful. Maybe if I was in my early 20s, I'd be more interested in that. Because of how edgy the design is. But I think it could be a great car. I haven't driven one yet. Ramiro says, Jory, you getting the AirPods 2nd gen that just came out? How do you feel about them? I think it's a great way to charge more for them. I don't need the increased bass or anything. I just got these. I'll probably get them for Connie, though. Wicked cool penny bottom. Doing donuts in the Burlington Mall parking lot. Wicked cool. What do I think of Volkswagen? Not a huge Volkswagen guy. Pontiac G8 GT. Actually drove next to one of those last week. Super loud. It's cool. It was a cool car. I mean, Pontiac, they were trying different things towards the end there, and it sucks that they went under, but, whatever. GTOs will always be my favorite, though. The Tri-Powers. Oh, yeah. When do I think a totally new GTR will come out? Maybe 2020. I could see them doing it for 2020. Well, when we're talking about air-cooled VWs, we got to talk about air-cooled 911s. That's what I like. Matt Barnett, Audi R. Dude, any of the RSs, heck yeah. I wish Seiko made a car. Oh, 930 slant nose. As long as it's an original slant nose, I'm into it for sure. Kind of a grail car. Not the 911 I'd want because obviously I want those bug eyes, but as long as it's not a kit and it's an original slant nose, yeah, bad looking car. Ramiro, is that good? Was that a good movie, Love, Death, and Robot? Because I see the ads for it. So it's a good looking doggy. Watch Smith, what's up? I'm actually almost done, bro. There are Ferrari watches and they suck. Pagani design. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, my dream car is the RS America in Guards Red, 1993 RS America Guards Red. I mean, what more could you want? Rear wheel drive, naturally aspirated, no bells and whistles, like perfect. So But the reason I got out of the STI, first of all, I've always wanted an STI, but also I think it was time for me to be a little bit more responsible. I wanted a sedan, all-wheel drive, got that turbo. Yeah, and it's like super comfortable. It's like it's just a really nice car to be inside of. So yeah, those seats. I'm a big dude. I got a big back, and those Recaro seats. They're not like they don't make me like. They're actually nice. What birth year car would you love to have? From 1989. Okay, this is gonna be very. A lot of people don't even know this car exists. Um, a silver 911 Club Sport. I don't think any like a lot of people don't even know the Club Sport, but if I could find one, I mean, it's gonna be terribly expensive, but I'd love one. Iron Maiden, the Trooper. Taekwondo. I was born in '76. They're all crap. Maybe a Ferrari 308. Hey, that's a cool one. Okay, now we know Jory's born in '89. What are the last four digits of your social security number? That's funny. But guys, I am done. We've been here for almost 100 minutes. Done with my coffee. It's just ice. I want to thank you so much for chilling with me on this beautiful Saturday. Hope everybody has a great, amazing weekend. Okay, what do I always tell you guys? What do I always tell you? Get out of your comfort zone. Just real quick before you guys like start bailing. Things that are uncomfortable are often very much worth it. Okay, I get a lot of questions about business, about starting a business, about starting a channel. Um, it was crazy difficult at first, and it was very uncomfortable. Sitting here in public with a tripod while people are walking all around me, that looks kind of kooky, maybe, right? Looks kind of silly. That's uncomfortable. But doing this is really fun. I look forward to it every week, and it's well worth it. It is well worth it to me. The payoff has been incredible to meet you guys and learn from you guys and talk to you guys. Talking to Connie for the first time was kind of uncomfortable. I was a little nervous. Well worth it. Okay. Something tangible right now that I'm dealing with, starting the second channel. I'm in that awkward period where I don't quite know, right? Like who's gonna. Part of the thing that I'm grappling with right now is the views and the likes and the comments and the subscribers aren't coming as fast to that second channel as it is to this channel. So like that was very uncomfortable, and it is kind of uncomfortable, but I'm telling myself, hey, do the work, be consistent on that channel, be passionate and honest, and it will come. So things that are uncomfortable, you should move towards. Okay, get out of your comfort zone. So that's number one. Number two, tell someone you love them. Shouldn't go second without telling someone you love them. I'm going to start it off. I love you. I hope each and every one of you have a blessed weekend. Have an amazing week ahead. Stay tuned to my channel on Monday because the Time Teller channel, we're going to be reviewing the Boulder Venture Field Watch. Also, the Time Away channel, Connie and I went camping and we made a little meal outside in the brush. So, love you guys. Have a great weekend. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. All right, guys. Have a good one.